Many painkillers include caffeine because it enhances their effectiveness. Most people judge coffee quality by its aroma rather than its taste. Chicory was a popular caffeine-free coffee replacement in the 1950s. Filter coffee contains less than 1% fat, while espresso has around 2.5%. Coffee grows well in humus-rich or volcanic soil. In some regions, smoke from burning straw protects coffee plants from frost, giving the beans a smoky flavor. Italy doesn't grow coffee due to its climate, yet it's a large coffee exporter thanks to its popular blends. Italians prefer a dark roast, which is why it's called Italian roast. In Turkey and Greece, coffee is traditionally served first to the elderly. French philosopher Voltaire reportedly drank about 30 cups of coffee a day. Used coffee grounds are great for fertilizing gardens. In Japan, it's believed that bathing in coffee and pineapple improves skin texture. In some African regions, green coffee beans are soaked in spices and chewed. Coffee grounds repel snails and slugs, making them useful in gardens. Adding coffee and sugar to flower vases helps revitalize colors in flowers. Coffee is an excellent odor neutralizer, often used in perfume shops to refresh the sense of smell. Flavored coffee beans are made by adding syrups at around 105 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius, post-roasting. Coffee consumption in the U.S. surged in 1773 when tea taxes were high, leading to the Boston Tea Party. Hawaii and Puerto Rico are the only places in the U.S. that grow coffee. Both the American and French revolutions were plotted in coffee houses. Coffee gained popularity in Islamic countries because alcohol was banned. Coffee was sold in pharmacies as a medicine in 1615. In 2001, Brazil released a coffee-scented postal stamp that kept its scent for 3 years. Despite advancements, coffee is still mainly hand-picked, often by exploited workers. Legend has it that a woman in Turkey could demand a divorce if her husband refused to provide her with coffee. Brazil employs around 5 million people in coffee harvesting and processing. Cappuccino was named after the Capuchin friars, possibly due to their brown robes. It takes about 30 pounds, 14 kilograms, of coffee cherries to produce 5 pounds, 2.3 kilograms, of roasted beans. A single coffee tree yields 7 to 12 pounds, 3 to 5.5 kilograms, of coffee cherries per harvest season. Drinking 3 cups a day for a year requires the yield of about 15 coffee trees. 1 pound of coffee is roughly 2,700 beans, or 6,000 beans per kilogram. An espresso shot needs around 42 coffee beans or 0.25 ounces, 7 grams, of ground coffee. Coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world after oil. Decaffeinated coffee is not entirely caffeine-free, it contains about 2 to 5 milligrams per cup. Coffee plants can live up to 100 years, though they're most productive between 7 and 20 years. Dark roast coffees actually have less caffeine than light roasts, due to longer roasting times. The world's most expensive coffee, Kopi Luwak, is made from beans eaten and excreted by civet cats. Coffee cherries are actually fruit, and the coffee bean is the seed inside. Finland has the highest per capita coffee consumption in the world. Coffee was banned in Mecca in the 16th century because it was thought to stimulate radical thinking. The word coffee comes from the Arabic kawa, meaning wine of the bean. In the 18th century, Prussia's King Frederick the Great tried to ban coffee, encouraging beer drinking instead. Brazil's entire economy was once heavily reliant on coffee, accounting for over 50% of exports in the 19th century. Starbucks opens an average of 2 new stores every day worldwide. New Yorkers drink 7 times more coffee than other cities in the US. Cold brew coffee is steeped for 12 to 24 hours to get its smooth flavor, unlike iced coffee, which is just chilled regular coffee. Adding butter to coffee is a common practice in Ethiopia and is thought to add extra energy and flavor. During World War II, US soldiers popularized Americanos in Italy by diluting espresso with hot water. Coffee plants naturally produce a chemical to ward off pests, making them less susceptible to insects. The coffee belt, where coffee is grown, spans between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. Coffee grounds can be used as a natural dye for fabrics, giving a beautiful sepia tone. Ethiopia is considered the birthplace of coffee, where legend says a goat herder discovered it when his goats acted unusually energetic.